I did a video yesterday where I shared with you a conversation that I had with Charles Allen, the CEO of BTCS, a company that is trying to get on the Nasdaq exchange that is in the Bitcoin, in the cryptocurrency business. And I shared with you the story that I had read about Jeff Bezos investing $250,000 in Google. And if he had kept, prior to the IPO, if he had kept those shares, it would be worth $6 billion today. And then I went through some other stocks, and the more I thought about it, the more I felt I need to put those numbers in front of you so that you can see them and you can digest them, so that you can, like me, come to the conclusion I got to change my perspective on investing. I mean, I can continue to have the bulk of my portfolio in the big heavy tech stocks, but I got to find the next event. And what I mean by the event, and I'm going to show you these figures. I have identified several events that have happened over the last 40 years that created companies that just have exploded in value. The first event, and it's a pretty current one, is that of electric vehicles, e-commerce, computers. Yeah, there was a time we didn't have computers. Cryptocurrency, the invention of the internet, social media, and then again, computers. And then I matched up the companies that I felt benefited most from these events. And what I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind as to what can be achieved if you identify the event early enough, and then through work and research, you identify the companies that are going to bring that event to fruition and profit from it. So stick with me. This is going to be an important video, and I hope that you will see you need to change your perspective on investing entirely. And if you will, you have the potential to make ungodly amounts of money if you can get ahead of the game. So stick with me, and we'll dig into this real deep. It's going to be exciting.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
Okay, as I said, there were events, and let's start with the one that's very fresh in our mind and that everybody can equate to and say, oh yeah, I remember. That's electric vehicles. And Tesla is the company that drove the electric vehicle, use of words. It went public on June of 2010, and it went public for $3.80 a share. And throughout this scenario, I am suggesting that I invested $25,000 in each one of these stocks at their IPO, and what would it be worth today? Well, my $25,000 would have bought me 6,579 shares. Its current price is $730. That would mean that my shares would now be worth $4,806,579. That would be over a period of 11 years. Would that be okay to turn $25,000 into $4,800,000? It would work for me. I'm okay with it. So then I said, okay, e-commerce. E-commerce is a growth out of the internet, but e-commerce was Amazon, and Amazon went public in 1997 for the equivalent of $1.54 a share, 16,234 shares. At today's price of $3,372, after 24 years, my $25,000 would have grown to $54,740,000. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. I'm good with that. Then we come to Microsoft. This is a 35-year, and believe it or not, Microsoft IPO'd at 10 cents a share in 1986. And we had computers, but we didn't have an operating system to make them of any real value to us. But Microsoft brought us that. It's currently selling for 359 shares. That would be, over 35 years, my $25,000 turned into $89,750,000. Could I live on that? That's 35 years. That's a bit of a time to wait. But to sit back and just ride the wave and let it happen, that's good. Now we get to the mind-blowing one. And this is cryptocurrency. And let me raise my hand and say, I missed out on this. I was alive. I was part of it. I was here. I was around on July 2010 when the first shares, actually in July, they opened in the 1st of July at 0.000, 3 zeros and an 8, 8/100ths of a cent. But by the end of the month, they were selling for 8 cents a share. And here again, you can see it would have bought 62,589 shares, the equivalent of $19,559,062,500 in 11 years. If you had the foresight, if you had studied, if you had learned, and you understood the need for this and why it would happen in 11 years, your 25,000 would turn into 19,559,000,000. Wow. Then again, Google, Facebook, you can see the numbers. Apple, that's the longest, 40 years, 25,000 turning into 25 million. My point is, what's on the next line? What's after computers? I believe the next line is blockchain. I believe this blockchain is going to change the way some products are marketed. And I've talked about fine art. There's only one of Picasso's The Dream. I showed you a picture of it that I painted. In fact, it's right up there. There's only one. And if I remember right, it sold for something in the neighborhood of $155 million. Well, what if I went to that owner and said, allow me to scan it so that I can make a perfect duplicate, brushstroke to brushstroke, and then we can sell it in auction on my website, Best Arts, Best of Arts. The industry would explode. But the important issue is, I don't know what blockchain is going to bring, but I suspect it will fall somewhere in between these other events. And I'm okay with a measly 4 million accumulated over the next 11 years. I'd like the 19 billion that crypto brought us. And I think that's possible, because I don't understand the ramifications and totally understand blockchain. I'm going to study it. I'm going to read about it. I'm going to learn it. But what I need from you, because I want to go in this together with us, I need from you your help, your mind, your study. Right now at my Discord, our tribe consists of roughly 18,000 people. I need another 18,000. Then I need another 36,000. And I need you giving me your information, feeding me your knowledge. And so I don't have to do it all up here. And if we will change our perspective from what is the hot stock today to what is the next event, what's below blockchain on this chart, What is it going to be? I'm sure biotech is part of it. I'm sure this pandemic is going to take CRISPR into these categories over here where my $35,000 is going to turn into millions. I'm confident of that. But there is something else, and I don't know what it is. And I need your help. And the beauty of it is, if you'll help me, I'll help you. And then we, as a collective group, can sit down and talk and say, we could have in 2010 say, I understand this cryptocurrency. I understand because think about this, in 2010, the national debt of the United States had gone from, in 2000, 4 trillion. In 2010, it was about 10 trillion. And we could have collectively said, hey, this isn't going to work. And this digital currency is a way to bring sense back into national debt. I don't know. But we would have, I couldn't have done it on my own. I need your help. And that's the end of it. And if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of a change in the way that we invest, we don't invest in stocks. We identify events that are going to change the world, and then we search and find the companies that are going to bring those events to fruition. Okay? If you want to be a part of this, go to Best of Us Investors. Give me your name, give me your email address, and this is earth-shaking. This is going to put another happy 10 years on my life searching for this. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.